I want to take a little bit on, our adventure when we actually started the business, right? Because at first, like, it was very scary. We're like,
Yep.
okay, we come from soccer, we come from college, right? We don't really want to work corporate life. What do we do? So at the first, at first, we wanted to make some money,
Yep.
clearly, because we need to feed ourselves. And then, we have bigger goals that we've shared in other episodes. Let us know if you want to know them. But
Slide in the DMs.
slide in the DMs. But we're like, okay, how do we start? We actually need to start selling a service. Why a service? For us meant that it was cash very quickly in our pocket, and then we needed to go execute for them, obviously, to make sure that that's the recurring service that we're that we're getting in the bank, or help, whatever, providing value.
Yeah.
Right. So with that, we actually had to put ourselves and actually go out and sell. And
I'm Coco, my biggest fear at that moment. I mean,
yeah, he's like, today I'm calling 20 people, and then we'll come back home and like, how many did you call? 0.
I would literally grab my headset from the PS4, right? I would like put it on with the mic, and I start walking around my room. I'm like, I got this. Like, trying to like put myself in the mindset like, it's okay. I'm gonna call a bunch of people. A bunch of people are gonna say yes. And listen to the part. I was already telling myself a bunch of people are gonna say yes, which obviously is good, positive reinforcement, right? But as soon as I would get a no, I would get so discouraged.
That's it. That's
so discouraged.
Game over.
So put a bookmark right there in that comment that I said right now, because I'm gonna come back to that point in a second. All right, you were saying.
I was saying.
Yeah, you were talking about our story in the business and how we got rejected and we had to go door to door.
And door to door, and then Fonzie finally sold something at $500 with
Let's go.
his suit. Like, you will never ever see him on a suit ever again. I feel like
Yeah, it'll be tough.
He'll be very.
I mean,
tough.
if you want to see me on a
Absolutely.
suit, invite me to your wedding.
Well, yeah. Maybe you
maybe.
spoke at my wedding, and I don't know if like
No,
were you wearing a suit?
your wedding, the viewers' wedding. If you,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Sweet.
it's gonna be a good time, guys.
Yeah.
Invite me.
Me too. I like parties. Anyways, so but yeah, I mean, we're gonna be rejected, right? It is part of the game, especially when we're starting up. Even when you're not starting up, let's say bring it to the context of publishing, right?
Yep.
Shoot, that's gonna be challenging.
Yep.
If you have never been in front of a camera, like if you're used to talking to the people that just come to the store and they come because whatever, right? But being in front of a camera is intimidating. We lived it, right?
Yep.
We've seen that. We lived it, and that's why we actually published live to remove that friction because we actually have to publish. Like, we made publishing a priority.
Oh,
we
yeah,
made
for sure.
publishing a consistency, and that's the main thing that drives our business today.
Yeah.
So we see the benefits, but it's because we're putting our thoughts, we're putting our ideas in front of people. We're being table faced, right? In front of
exactly. And not only that, but we actually, this being live helped us embrace our mistakes and
Exactly.
be more table faced, right? Because
Absolutely.
when we make a mistake, because it happens, right? We don't have right now the possibility of editing this out. It's out there already live.
It's done.
And we're like, oh, okay, we just make fun of that mistake because it's totally normal. People
Yeah.
make mistakes and we embrace them and we get stronger, right? So being table face allows you to become a stronger person. And I think we have a cool comment here actually from Steven again.
Yeah, so mindset is the key.
Yep.
Getting started is the hardest part. Absolutely. Once you've knocked on the first door, it gets easier and easier. So yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, totally agree with you, Steven. Thank you so much again for your comment. And yes, the more that you do it, the more that you get comfortable with it, the more that you embrace those no's, because get what? It then becomes a search.
Yeah.
It then becomes a search for that yes. It then becomes a game. It's like, how can I get that yes? And I don't want to just relate it to sales. I also want to relate it to opportunities, partnerships, joint ventures,